What is poppin', fam? Spanik here, coach of the Reno Acerola, and this is MLBA week number 8, taking on Exilix and his Detroit Torracats. Our first divisional rematches of the year. Rematches have never been kind to me, so hopefully I could turn the tides here. Rematches in leagues have not been my friend. So hopefully we can cop a nice dub here, just like we did when we faced him the first time. I believe in week 4 or 5. It was one of those weeks that we faced him the first time. We were able to cop a dub, even though he has a very, very threatening team. Like Moxie Crocodile definitely is a giant threat to my team, as is Dragon Hand Zygarde. Mega Lopunny as well. I don't have the cleanest fighting resist on my team at all, so Mega Lopunny is a massive threat right from the get-go. I'm really surprised he didn't bring Embor. I was surprised he didn't bring it the first game, and I'm pretty surprised he didn't bring it here. Because that thing, I have no switches. I have no switches to that plus low pony. That puts so much offensive pressure on my team, and he didn't bring it. I really don't understand why. But anyway, we have the same Greninja set from the first game. I believe I changed up the Eevee. I believe I changed up a move on the Metagross from the first game. But anyway, it is the same Metagross and the same Greninja because those put in a ton of work in the first game. So I'm hoping they could replicate that success here. The Mimikyu is a completely different set, however. It is a Choice Scarf variant. This is just made to click player off all over his team. Potentially could clean up late as well if I could get rid of Empoleon. Because his fairy resist is non-existent outside of this thing. So if I could get rid of Empoleon, definitely Mimikyu has a field day. Miltank is a defensive set, not the same Tropical counter set that caught his Lopunny off guard in the first game. I feel like he's going to be ready for that. So maybe he won't play his Lopunny as safely, or as aggressively, whatever you want to call it, against my Miltank. Maybe he'll try to scout for something like that now. So that's why I am a little. That's why I didn't want to bring it. Wooper was made for his Embor, and he didn't bring it. Meaning Wooper's a little expendable, but I guess it could still deal with the Crocodile or the Lopunny because I do have counter on it. So I could be able to take a physical hit and blow something away with a counter, especially with a Violate. I am Fizz Def as well on my Wooper. And Gudra's here to just break things as well, as Gudra should. He didn't make any transactions up until this point. I made 2. I picked up Gudra and Wooper, but the Gudra trade happened long ago. I traded Dragonite to my boy Hat for it. So yeah, so I did have Dragonite in the first game. I didn't have Wooper though. So he's gonna have to be a little ready for the Wooper. He didn't make any deals, so I didn't have to really re-prep that much. All right, so let's see how this game ended up playing out. I end up leading with my Metagross as he leads with his Lopunny right off the bat. He switches out into his Empoleon, and right here I just want to pause it. Right here I think I just go for the Meteor Mash because I can take a high jump kick from Lopunny, and I needed damage on the Lopunny. If he crit me, Mimikyu just comes in and revenges it anyway. I don't care if he could break my disguise because Mimikyu really doesn't need his disguise this game. Because I just click player off all over his team and I'm choice scarfed. So I just click the Meteor Mash here just to get some damage on this Empoleon, and he gets me get damage on the Empoleon, which is really really nice because I need if Empoleon is out of here, Mimikyu just clicks player off. So I do get the attack boost there, which is actually pretty big because Earthquake is going to take out this Empoleon. And I spoke to him after the game. He did say that mattered because he did say the I didn't crit him. I got the boost and attack. He did say that +1 boost mattered because he was EV to live a Mega Metagross Earthquake, and I believe I was Jolly, so he definitely lived that from that range. And actually, no, I think he told me he would have put him in Torrent, and he clicked Scald that turn. So I could have gotten burned and would have done a ton of damage. Torrent boosts the skull from Empoleon actually does a ton. So yeah, whatever. It's part of the game though. So I do get the boost there as he sends in his Crocodile, making it a dead giveaway that he's scarfed. And he goes for Earthquake and does a ton. Like I said, this is probably why he said that mattered, because if he got the skull damage on me, then Earthquake would have been able to pick me off. But that's fine. I really didn't need Metagross at this point anyway. I just needed damage on Empoleon, and then Mimikyu could have done really the rest, as long guaranteed I hit the play roughs. So I reveal Ice Punch here, and I am able to take out the Crocodile. So 2 threats gone. Empoleon's gone, and Crocodile is gone. Really, really nice. He did go over Earthquakes, and I didn't know he was Scarfed. I just clicked Ice Punch and killed him. But yeah, the boost in the Earthquake didn't matter because he would have lived, been able to fire off a Scald, and then he would have been able to pick me off with the Crocodile. And he was Moxie for once. So yeah, he would have got a +1. But then I kind of go into Mimikyu then and just click Play Rough, honestly, if he wanted to pick me off a Crocodile. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out from there. All right, so he goes into his Lopunny now, gets off the Mega. I'm just sacking Man Better Goes at this point as he sets up a sub, and I figured he was gonna bring something. I figured he was gonna bring like a sub Lopunny or something like that because of a potential Chopple counter Miltank. He didn't want to get caught off guard by that again, so I knew he was gonna bring like sub to try to scout for that. So that's why I stayed him on my Metagross because I didn't need it anymore. It did its job. I got rid of Empoleon, number one, and number two. I figured that I figured that I was gonna scout for like sub or power punch or something like that. So now I just go into my Mimikyu here, pretty much giving a dead giveaway that I am scarfed. As he goes into the Zapdos and I click play rough here, doing 35%, giving away that he is Fizz Deaf. So now I don't mind if he breaks my disguise, but I switch anyway into Gudra because Gudra just walls this thing. As he switches out into his Lopunny, and I'm able to fire off a nice Draco here, but he does reveal the Cosmic Power, which is very, very interesting. He's Cosmic Power Lopunny. Now, this could be a problem if he has Rest or something like that, as he goes for another Cosmic Power, as I just fire off a Draco, doing a ton of damage to this Lopunny. But him being at +2/+2 is very, 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 very bad. So I do switch out to my Mimikyu, which still has the disguise off. And he's able to pop my disguise. I don't care about my disguise being the fact I am Choice Scarfed. And I am able to fire off the play off and pick off this Lopunny before it becomes a massive threat. Very, very nice. I was able to get rid of the Lopunny there. I don't think he knew I was Scarfed, but I had to reveal I was there. Otherwise, the Lopunny kind of has a field day against my team. He could just set up Cosmic Powers. I know my Wooper has Toxic, so Wooper could have been able to deal with it, but I didn't want to risk something like that. Especially since he also had Drain Punch, especially since he also had Drain Punch, means he would be getting HP back. So I had to reveal that I'm Scarfed there. I don't think it really matters at this point. Because now he's going to go into his Zapdos here as I go back into my Gudra. He fires off a Toxic, that's fine. As now I could just freely fire off a Sludge Wave or a Draco here. I think I fire off a Sludge Wave predicting his Gardevoir. No, I go for Ice Beam. As if figured he'd stay in Roost or something. Now he goes for Roost again. As now I drop a Draco on him, do a ton of damage. And now with this Gudra, I switch out into my Wooper, sacking it off. I really don't need it anymore. It could somewhat be handy for the Zygarde, I guess, but I figured I really wanted this thing Toxic too. So I am able to fire off the Toxic on the Zapdos. So Wooper now putting in the finest of work. The guard comes in, traces my Unaware. That's fine. I go back out into Gudra. I know from this range I could take a Moonblast because I am Assault Vest. Actually, I'm Roselli Berry, even better. He does get the Spatak Jopjo, which kind of sucks. But in the end, does enable me to go back out into my Mimikyu and claim the final 3 kills of the match. So I just click Play Rough here. Going into Zapdos. 2 more should kill, and I should be able to take a Thunderbolt from this thing, being the fact he's Fizz Deaf. He Roosts fine. He just Toxics me. That's also fine, because he can't Toxic Soul me out unless I miss a Play Rough, of course. And now Mimikyu is going to be able to cop the last kills of this match. Gardevoir is going to go down to a Play Rough, and the Zygarde cannot touch me with E-Speed, so I'm going to fire off the Play Rough and take this thing out as well. The crit did not matter. GG Exilix. GG Exilix. GG Exilix, and this was a really fun game, man. This was a really fun one. But hey, Mimikyu is just too much for you. I'm really surprised no Emboar, though. That really, really was a nice relief. And we are shaping well nice for playoffs in MLBA. I believe this actually will be the final game I play in that league because all my last opponents are inactive or left the league and no one replaced them. So they'll all be forfeit wins, meaning we make playoffs in this league. Woo, nice. So, Hispanic out, and I will see you guys for playoffs. Peace!